Good evening to one and all. Today we will discuss a topic that is uses of index number. The previous classes, we came to know that what is meant by index number and what are the methods of index number. Then how we construct an index number also we discussed it. And what are the methods of index number also we discussed. There are mainly three types of index numbers which we have. That is the last pair, patch, and feature index number, which are very important to construct a index numbers. So after completion of the how we can estimate the index number, then why we can estimate or index or why we can construct an index number. So what are the uses of index number that we should learn. So one by one we'll discuss what are the uses of index number in our economics generally. Uh, as you know that what is meant by index number can represent the general level of magnitude of changes between the two or more situations or times. Generally, it can measure the changes in prices from one period to another period or one place to another place. How much the changes, how much relative changes. So generally, we can say that production, exports, prices. We can construct index number for the production also. We can construct a index number for exports, and we can construct for the prices. So generally, all these aspects in our economics, we will use index numbers. And index number may be used to measure changes in prices. If you take wages also, so company to company, okay, or area to area, region to region, production to production, unemployment, and national income, the NI, and so on. In our economy, there is a number of variables also there. So generally, we need to measure how much changes in particular variable. So we can use index number. So over a period of time for the time 2000 to 2020 or 2015 to 2020 or 2014 to 2020. So we can use this kind of index numbers in our economics. And the main thing there is what are the uses. So see the first one, what are the use? The index number, that is in nothing but here. See in index number, the shortcut in index number. So index number can be used to study the difference between places. Index number can be used to study the difference between the places. So for example, when we are estimating the index number, generally I told you that so in order to measure how much changes or how much the cost of living in Hyderabad and how much cost of living in Chennai. So generally, we'll compare. So for example, if you got some opportunity to do some job, so you may get two options, that is the Chennai and Hyderabad. So which option you are going to choose? So it depends on the, most of the people will depends on the cost of living. Where the cost of living is very less, they will prefer that particular place. Am I right, students? And regions also. For example, south, west, north, east, zones. For example, if you take into account, so if you get some jobs as well zones wise, so you may prefer some zones and occupation. So, for example, we may construct an index number for the employees and non-employees. For example, if you take farmers and other occupation employees and different classes of people, for example, rich and poor, we will estimate the index number, and categories wise also. For example, if you want to measure the index number as per the categories, for example, as we have the social categories, that is social status, consider SC, ST, BC, OC, and MBC or EBC, right? So see, in order to estimate, in order to know the how much changes or how much difference between the these things, whether the place or regions or zones or occupation or different class of the people and categories. Just a minute. Then the second use is, see, the index number reflect the movement of prices and quantities and other variables over time. See, so generally in the first time when we are estimating the unweighted index number or weighted index number, generally we have considered that weightage, how much quantity you purchase. So later on, see, when you estimate the last year and patchy, somehow taken that base year as a quantity and somehow taken as not a current year as a base. Current year quantity is a base. Some people are the last year, so what they have taken, there is a base year as a quantity, base year quantity. So what is the last year taken? So patch has taken, this is a current year base. So quantity. See here, when we are measuring that index number, we should keep in mind that the prices and the quantities and other variables of the period of time. For example, whatever the period we have to consider, so we should keep in mind the prices and quantities. For example, if you take only price, it may be you will get different values. If you take both price and quantity, for example, if you take see, for example, in your home, for example, there are 5 people living in your home, so their the food oil consumption is 5 kgs per month, for example. In other families, there are 5 members also, but they are consuming only 2 or 3 kgs per month. So here the price is same, but the quantities differ from home to home. There is a uh, person to person. We can say that home to home and the quantities. So that we should keep in mind that it can reflect, the index number can reflect the movement of prices. How much the price is there for the product. For example, if you purchase the particular item in one shop, you will get different prices compared to the other people. For example, if you purchase a oil packet in a local market, so you will get 100 rupees. So it is same quantity and same oil packet 1 kg. If you purchase in other markets, so you may get some discounts, 5% or 10%. So it came whatever we construct index number, that should reflect the movement of prices and quantities. And third one, the index number reflect the simultaneous movements in the value of money. So generally, if you take into account the simultaneous movement in the value of money, the value of money, whether the price has been increased or decreases. So we'll discuss in the later. We have another main uses of index number, so we can discuss. Similarly, whatever we construct the index number, that should reflect the simultaneous movement in the value of money, and is suggested by money wages. For example, so as money wages increases, there may be decrease or increase the money supply or value of the money. The value of the money may be increase or decrease. So it depends on the situation and depends on the area also. And fourth one, the index number indicate the rise and fall in the real wages. Whatever the suggested by money wages. See here, there is a increases and decreases. For example, the prices increases, what we will call, generally we will call inflation. So when inflation is there in our market, what we can do, simple, we can purchase a less amount. Am I right? For example, if the price of the commodities increases from 30 to 100 rupees, for example, if you take onions, so what we will how much quantity we can purchase when the price of the onions are increases. So in earlier at the time of for example, if the onion price is 30 rupees per kg in the last month, for example, so we'll purchase 1 or 2 kgs per month for week, for example, per week, 2 kgs per week. So if suddenly the price has been increased from 30 rupees to 100 rupees, how much we will purchase? Similarly, we will purchase less amount. That's called 1.5 kg or 1 kg, because the price increases. Nothing but at the same time, the quantity will be decreases when price has been increased. When the price increases, automatically demand will be come down. That is the case. There is a rise and fall in the real wages, whatever the suggested by the money wages. So as per the money wages, the price of the commodities will be increase or decrease. If you take the index number of industrial activity, generally we can say IIN, that is the index of industrial number. See, the index number of industrial activity shows the progress of general industrialization. Nothing but when we are constructing index number of the industries. So we'll come to know that whether there is any progress of industries. Nothing, is there any progress? Nothing, is there any growth of industries? So we'll come to know that whether how much the production has been taken place from 2010 to 2020 or 2018 to 2020. So we'll compare from 2010 to 2020 how much the industrial production takes place. Think about how much production has been increases. Is there any progress? So the index of industrial production measure the increase or decrease in the industrial production in a given year as compared to the base year. So generally we will take a base year, as I told you in the when we are estimating the index numbers, we will take a base year. So on the base of base year only, we'll come to know that, for example, if you take base year is 2010, and if you estimate the index number for the industries in 2020, so we'll come to know that generally the base year is equal to 100. So if the index number value is 124, so what you can do is, see, 124 minus 100, that is a 24%. So you can conclude that there is a 24% progress in industrial production. So the index number can be applicable or it can be used in the industrial activities, whether it can be take production. And if you take a sixth part, that is the index number of business activity and investment. See, the business activity and investment shows the condition in the business and stock market. See, generally, when generally the public, what they can show some interest where there is a profits. See, when the business is there, I think there is some opportunity is there, or there is a scope for wide. I think there is a wide scope for getting more profits. Most of the people are likely to invest in the particular area. For example, take stock market. For example, what they can do, so those who can investors, those who can do some investment in the stock market, if they expect something in the future markets, simple they will put a lot of amount on that particular stocks. So here it is depends on the activity, whether, for example, if some policy is going to come, what they will do some more investment in the particular aspects of the particular stocks. So here the index number is very close to relation to the, or index number can be used in the business activity as well as the investment. So where it can be applicable, see how much investment takes place from 2010 to 2020 or 2017 to 2020 in the particular aspects of stocks. And they describe the seasonal pattern in the business. So when you are applying the index number, simple we can show on the base of quarter wise. For example, if you take seasonal generally, so in the first quarter and the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, so which quarter is the best for the investment? So in that case, we will use the index number, which can be described the seasonal pattern in the business. And seventh one, there is an index number of employment, national income, NI. Simply for the employment also, we will construct index number of employment and as well as national income. Why we can use this kind of index number in employment and national income? To show the movements in this variable. For example, is there any progress? For example, is there an employment progress is there? Nothing but whether the government is providing more employment opportunities to the youth or not. So we will take the data, then we can use the index numbers. And if you take national income, so whether the national income is a progress or either is a minus or increase or decrease. See, for example, if you take the corona, so before corona and after corona, we will see that whether any progress of national income. For example, if you take before corona, if you take 1,000 crores, for example, so after corona it may be 800 crores. What will happen? The national income is decreases. Nothing but there is a progress is negative. Generally, we can say the negative growth. Okay. So we will see that by using index number in the employment as well as national income to show the movements of the economic variable. And think of these economic variables. So are you getting my points, dear students? Hello? Supraja,
Yes, sir.
Navya?
Yes, sir.
Sanjana? Niyarika? Rajeshwari?
Yes, sir.
Sai Navya? Somnath? Sravani? Subbu? Vinay? Mahesh? So please be respond, because I could not able to understand because whether you have got some information or not. So if you don't understand anything, you can raise the question. Okay. So I will try to give the answer. Okay. Then
Yes,
eighth,
sir. Sure.
eighth point, the index number poses much practical importance in the measuring changes in the cost of living. So as I told you in the beginning, there is a not only we can use the index number for that measuring that how much change in the cost of living from one place to another place. For example, as I told you, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. So simple, we can see that the cost of living is high in Bangalore compared to Hyderabad, right? So we will calculate index number for the cost of living and production also. As I told you earlier, the trends, how much is there any progress, whether if you take employment or national income, or we can use in trade also, trade exports growth or import growth. Generally, we have some theories also there, export growth theories and import, that is a GLE, growth led exports, whether our growth is lead to the export or not. See, whatever the economic growth taken place in our country, whether the growth that can leads to the exports or not. So there is a trade, exports, import, the income variations. So if you take income of the people, if you take the classes of the people, nothing but rich and poor also. The cost of living index. I think the cost of living index is very important. So the cost of living index number in the case of different groups of workers through the light on the rise of fall in the real income of the workers. For example, if you take the income of the workers, for example, laborers, so we will compare whether if they will sustain Hyderabad, how much their cost of living, and if they are sustaining villages, how much their cost of living. So generally, in villages, most of the people will not prefer to come to Hyderabad because here there's a we can say that employment opportunities there in Hyderabad, but when we compare with that the cost of living, the cost of living is very high in Hyderabad compared with the villages in Telangana. So meanwhile, what they will write, they will give the answer. See, when you ask some questions, so instead of doing work in villages, if you come to Hyderabad, you will get more opportunity, nothing but more income. Simple, they will say that the cost of living is very high. So instead of paying the rents or other bills, etc., each and everything we need to pay in Hyderabad. But in villages, so most of people are nothing but they will not pay much money to the each and everything which they are using, right? So in that case, we can use the cost of living, how much the cost of living in villages and how much cost of living in Hyderabad also within the same region. For example, if you take within Hyderabad also, the cost of living of poor people and cost of living of rich people or slum areas and other areas. We can observe the cost of living in Hyderabad also within the city. And ninth one, in analyzing the markets for goods and services. So it can index number can be used to analyze the goods and services. Goods and services. For example, if you take CPI, there is a consumer price index. And so as we see in newspaper, the consumer price index, so are used to analyze the markets for particular kind of goods and services. It means that they will consider some goods which the consumer can consume. That is called consumer price index. Nothing but, for example, whatever you are consuming, for example, vegetables, fruits, some other fuels or oil. So these are the major commodities which they can consider. On the base of that commodities, so they will express that the consumer price index is this much. That is a particular kinds of goods and services. Each and everything cannot be included in the consumers. For example, the elite people may use a different kind of goods. That kind of goods cannot calculate, they cannot consider in the consumer price index. Most of the people which they prefer, that kind of goods only they will include in the consumer price index. And the weight assigned to the different commodities like food, cloth, fuel. See, as I told you in the beginning, A, B, C, D commodities, such as for example, if you take food, cloth, fuel, and the lighting or house rent. So if you take the number of commodities and how much you are spending for food per month, how much you are spending for cloth, and how much you are spending for fuel, for example, petrol or diesel. So how much you are spending for lighting, how much you are spending for house rent. Okay, so these are the kinds which we can take into consider on the base of the expenditure, how much quantity you are purchasing, nothing but food and cloth and fuel. For example, fuel price, if you take 90 rupees or 88 rupees per liter, So how many liters you are going to purchase? That's a quantity you should consider. So this type of quality commodities we should take into consider to analyze the markets or for goods and services. For example, some services also you can consider. For example, if you are using internet, so you are paying some money. Here only the goods, which we can see that goods. The alternatives we can say service. We can include. If you use the internet also, that comes under the services. So these kind of goods or services, they govern the market for such goods and services. And if you take international trade, as I told you that exports, see the study of indices, that is index number of the wholesale price of consumers and industrial goods of industrial production. So for example, why we can take wholesale price of consumers? Sometimes see there we have the two types of price, wholesale price and retail price. Generally we can say, for example, if one commodity is going to come into the market, so they will fix the wholesale price is this much and the retail price is this much. So here, whatever we refer, or we can construct index number for wholesale prices of consumers and industrial goods of industrial production helps commerce and industry in expanding the decreasing industrial trade. So here, if you consider, just a minute, the sound has gone. Yeah. See, in the international trade also, we can use index numbers to measure the wholesale prices. Nothing but, for example, whatever the commodity is going to export. So here, for example, if you take a pen, so which they are selling at 10 rupees per pen. For example, if you take any pen, for example, 10 rupees worth of pen, here they are selling at 10 rupees. But if you want to export that commodity, particular, you need to export at a wholesale price, but you cannot fix the 10 rupees because so at the time when you are exporting, so keep in mind that what is the worth of the pen and how much is there any competition in the international trade? Is there any competitor of the pen? So that is the thing that we should keep in mind, and at the same time, they should have to provide at wholesale prices. See, more or less same international and external trade. Here, the foreign trade position of country can access it on the basis of its export and import indices. For example, if you take foreign trade, when they are country going to export and import, so it can depends on the indices of export and import. Nothing but export index and import index. These indices reveal whether the external trade of the country is increasing or decreasing. At the same time, see when, for example, if you take our country, if the country export is increases day by day, so they will encourage the exports. Okay, so they will see that whether the particular index has been increasing or decreasing. So meanwhile, we will get some returns. That is called foreign returns. We can say that foreign returns. So generally, we will include in the GDP that is called receipts from the foreign. That is called net income from abroad. Net income from nothing but when we are exporting something only, we will get some income. That is called export also. X minus GDP is equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M plus R minus P. So the X is nothing but exports. So R is nothing but receipts from the foreign. For example, if you take whatever the our Indian people, those who are working in a foreigns, so they will get some income. So how much they are getting some income, whether the returns are increase or decrease year by year. So they will calculate the external trade in the external trade. I think finally, that's in economic policies. The index number can be useful in economic policies. Are helpful to the state of in the formulating and adopting appropriate economic policies. So here, what the policy can take initial steps. See that when there is a lack of export, for example, if in our economy, the export growth is not sufficient, or we can say it is not a good. Nothing but day by day it is increases. Nothing but the government people, there is a ministry of the government or government, they will prepare some policies to encourage the also boost the exports. So they will frame some policies on the basis of the index numbers. How much lack is there? So in order to fulfill that lack, they will prepare some policies, and they will prepare some formulating the appropriate economic policies. The index number measures the changes in such magnitude as prices, incomes, wages, production, employment, products, exports, imports. So whatever we discussed earlier, that is from prices to exports and imports. That all the things which are in the included in the economy. So which are important to us. So they will prepare such kind of policies to boost our economy. By comparing the index number of this magnitude for the different periods, so at the same time they will compare the periods for one period to another period. The government can know the present trend of the economic activity. So at the same time, when they will prepare some policies and when they have some index numbers, so they know that what is the situation of the our economy. So in which category we are in front and in which category we are the back. For example, if you take, we have the two index, for example, export index and import index. So for example, in export index where we have, under the import index where we stand. So when do we stand in the front or back? So the government can know that the present trend of the economic activity, and according to the activity of economy, so they can adapt some prices policy. There is a price policies and foreign trade policy and general economic policies. So they will keep in mind that the price policies and foreign trade policy also. For example, now to export import, the country cannot give more. What we can say that the government can give more opportunities to export the goods. For example, why the government cannot give more opportunities? Nothing but whatever you would like to export the commodity, the commodity should have good demand in international markets. When there is no when there is no demand for in the international market, the government cannot encourage the particular products. Which commodity has a good demand in the international commodities, so simply they can encourage such kind of goods in the international markets. I hope you understood about this. So there are other also there. See. And the 13th one, the determining the foreign exchange rate. See, as you know that foreign exchange. See how much of the foreign exchange. So it is nothing but it is a price to the nothing but rupees to the dollar. So the index number of wholesale price of two countries are used to determine the rate of foreign exchange. They are based of the purchasing power parity. Nothing but as we know in our economy, there's a PPP theory, there is a triple P, purchasing power parity theories. Nothing but how much the price of particular commodity to exchange a particular commodity. For example, if you want to import a mobile, how much price of the mobile in foreign when we are importing the particular nation. For example, when you are importing to us, so how much we need to pay per dollar, how much we need to pay. For example, in a foreign, if the mobile is at $10, so how much we need to pay, for example, 700, for example. Okay, so $1 is equal to 700 rupees. So here, when the price of the dollar is increasing, whether our rupee is depreciation, nothing but whether the rupee value is decreases or increases. For example, the next time, for example, same time, same mobile, if you take, if the price of the mobile is $12, so meanwhile we need to pay that 840 rupees. For example, here the price of the $1 is equal to 70. Here our rupee value decreases because the $10 is equal to 70 earlier, 700. Present this that is $12 is equal to not 700. We should have to pay 840 rupees. Means that our rupee value is decreases. So am I right here, students? So that is the thing that we should implement the exchange rate between the two countries on inconvertible paper standards. So we have the within the exchange rate also we have the floating exchange rate or fixed exchange rate. There is a difference. Okay. And for the conclusion of this use of index number, see, the index numbers are used to measure all type of quantitative changes. It should not consider the qualitative changes. Just keep in mind. So if you take in agriculture and industry and service sector or commercial fields, as also in the such economic magnitude as income, employment, exports, imports, prices, etc. So we will measure all quantity, what are the changes in the quantity. Nothing but so when the data is present in the quantitative things only, we will measure by using an index number in an agriculture, industrial, and commercial or service sectors. So a close study of such changes, which can help, for example, why we can study, why we can use index number, what are the uses of index number, by constructing index number, which can help the government to adapt the appropriate monetary and fiscal policies or fiscal measurements in order to achieve the growth with the stability. So as I told you that when we construct some index numbers, the government can know that the present situation of the economic activity. So where they transfer, for example, whether it's stand in the front or whether it's stand in back. So in order to fulfill or in order to achieve the targets, they will prepare some policies. That is such as we have the economic policies. In the economic policy, we have the monetary policy and fiscal policies. So to in order to achieve the our growth with stability. So these are the uses of index numbers. Yes, please. If you have any doubt, please ask me now. Yeah, please, one by one. Vinay, Supraja, Dev Prasad, Sanjana, Niharika. Don't you have a doubt?
No, sir.
No doubt, sir.
Then we learned about what are the use of index number, but there are some limitations also there of index number. Then we will come to know that there are 5 or 6 limitations of index numbers. See, so as I told you that the index number can be useful only when the data can be expressed in the quantitative terms. There's the quantitative changes. So here there is no qualitative changes. Nothing but the index number cannot measure about the qualitative changes. For example, if you take habit or taste, it could not able to capture such kind of qualitative things. For example, if you take why you prefer such kind of commodities, for example, if I ask you, so you may have good taste, you may get some good taste. For example, where I cannot get some taste. For example, most of people like to eat biryani. For example, weekly twice or thrice, but I don't like to eat biryani weekly once also. So you may spend a lot of amount for biryani. I may not spend a lot of amount on biryani. Some people may have interest to take alcohol because they have the good taste in by drinking alcohol. Some people may don't have the taste to take drink alcohol. So these are taste and preferences and habits. So the index number cannot capture these things. Index number being based on samples. So see, the index number being based on the samples, not all the population. For example, see, if you want to construct index number, see the for example, the researcher, or we can say those who can estimate that value, the estimators. So they don't have sufficient time to go or to visit all the people and they will take the data. So they will take the sample of observations. So they will estimate some index numbers. So that is the thing, that index number being based on the samples and not necessarily be truly representative of the actual state of affairs. For example, see, if I capture, for example, in your class there are 80 students are there. For example, if I consider only 10 students, so I may take a sample of 10 students. Then I will take some data about cost of living. So if I estimate the values, simply I will show that on average the classroom, the cost of living is this much per month. So within the class, some are rich people are there, some are poor people also there. For example, whatever I have taken some sample, the rich person is not included in my sample. Am I right? So if I conclude an average, his expenditure is very away from that the average expenditure of the person or student. Am I right? That is the case, not necessarily to be representative of actual state of affairs. See, third one, the index number only roughly indicates relative changes. You can keep in mind the index number can only roughly indicates the relative changes, how much changes only. The accuracy cannot be certain, nothing but determine whether how much accuracy is there. Whether can you give the 90% or 95% and 100%? We cannot give the accuracy or accuracy. You can say that. In that case, see that when we are estimating the index number, generally we can say that 20%, 23% as price index has been increased or price has been increases. So as I told you in the beginning, 70%, 50%, 30% price has been increases from particular year to particular year. So I did not give any assurance or accuracy. See, I did not say that whether the 90% is same or 95% is accuracy is there when you are estimating the values. So there is accuracy here. There is a lack of accuracy when you are estimating that index number. And one was uncertain about the choice of method to be used. So we have the different types of methods to construct index number. But if you want to estimate index number, which method you are going to follow, that is the uncertain. I think, but you are not you cannot be clear that which method is good one. So at the same time, you will get some confusion that there is uncertain about the choice of the method to be used, which method you are going to use. For example, as I told you that three methods are there, the Laspere, Patchy, and Fisher. So some people may use the Laspere method and some people may use Patchy and other people may use Fisher. So in that case only I told you that which method is good one. So within the three, the Fisher is a good one because the Fisher index which give the geometric mean of the both. That is Patchy as well as Laspere. And also I told you that the Fisher index is a ideal index number because it can satisfy the factor reversal test and time reversal test. So that is the case when we are estimating the index number. We need to be clear that which method is good one. Okay. And when we consider that units, whether if you take the difference in units and qualities and quantities of the commodities in taste, fashion, technology, habits are not reflected properly by index number. So here, see, units. For example, if you take quality, for example, see, some people may use a different oil. For example, sunflower oil, some other oil. Okay, some people may use a coconut oil also for cooking purpose. Some people may have use a groundnut oil. Some people may use a sunflower oil. So which one is the quality? So, for example, if I ask the question to you that how many kgs you are going to use per month, simply you may say that 5 kgs. So, what is the price of the 1 kg? 100 rupees. For example, I may put 5 into 100, 500. If I ask another person, he may use a good oil, which is a very quality oil. For example, if you take branded oils, for example, which have the high prices, if they will say the 5 kgs, but similar the price of the oil per liter is 200. See, the cost of living is very high compared to these people. The same consumption is there, but on the base of quality, they are spending a lot of amount. If you take the taste, fashion, technology, habits, so these are the quality things which are not reflected properly by the index number. Am I clear, dear students?
Yes, sir.
Vinay, so Praja, so please be.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all the people can respond because of Durga sir, Sanjana, Niharika,
Yes, sir.
Rajeshwari, Navya, Subbu.
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, can you send PDF, sir?
Yeah, I'm uploading YouTube. So, no? Are you following or not?
Following, sir.
You can subscribe my channel, then you will get updates. Whatever I told you, nothing but whatever I taught to you there.
Like chapter wise, on chapter wise.
Yeah,
We
each
have
and
one
everything.
clarity in our chapter wise.
Yeah. So see, I am going to show you that how you can get chapter wise also. The topic wise you will get.
Okay.
So what is the time, or do we have the time for that? We don't have sufficient time, I think. So can I take the next class? Can I continue for other 40 minutes? Yes, please. Just a minute, please be wait. Thank you, Arundal. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to get more updates.
Okay, sir.
Just wait.